Well, former Indianapolis Mayor Greg Ballard can now add the title of author to his resume. He's out with a new book with an interesting title, Less Oil or More Caskets, the national security argument for moving away from oil. The retired Marine Lieutenant Colonel fought in the first Gulf War and saw firsthand the consequences of reliance on Middle East oil. He is here now to talk about the book and why he's so passionate about that topic. And Greg, as always, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
The title of the book, as I said, is very provocative. Less oil or more caskets. What's it all about?
Yeah, I wrote it because I'm worried about the future military who will have to perform this mission that we are performing now and have performed for the last 40 years. Mm-hmm. We are in the Middle East primarily to protect the flow of oil for the entire world and that infrastructure. We've been doing that for a long time. It's cost us a lot of money. If you look at all of the wars and the annual cost of what we do, it's been over $5 trillion, 6,000 lives. Mm-hmm. Just in 2017, just for the protection part of it, $81 billion. Oh, and people don't know this. They don't know that we're doing this and that we have been doing this for a long time. That's the part that I want to change. Also, clearly there's oil-rich nations have strategic leverage over oil-dependent nations. Terrorism is primarily funded by the sale of oil. Mm-hmm. And us protecting that flow of oil, mm-hmm. As I'd like to tell people, and lots of people have said this, we are funding both sides on the war on terror.
Yeah. Well, right? Talk about that. This book, though, is not an argument, an environmental argument or a global warming argument. This is a technology argument, basically.
It is. It is about what we've done in the past. And as I tell people, I would not have done this unless I thought there was a solution now. Mm-hmm. And there is a solution on the horizon now because 70% of the world's oil is used for transportation. If we change the transportation dynamic, all of us, we can do things with that. And of course, that means changing the transportation fuel, and EVs, electric vehicles, and some other technologies are kind of staring us in the face. And we should be embracing that and moving toward that, because if that's 70% of the world's use of oil, mm-hmm. then all of a sudden the Middle East and Russia don't have mm-hmm. the leverage that they do now. Yep. And it makes a big difference.
I know I think the idea sparked while you were mayor, but 23 years as a Marine. You're very passionate about this topic. Well,
I was in the Gulf War, and I did not have an aha moment there because we didn't have a new technology then, right?
Right.
We did not. But when I started looking at this in the latter years of being the mayor, I wanted to see if this made sense. And when I got done being the mayor, I really did a lot of research on this. And when you start to put the numbers together, like that 70% of the world's oil used for transportation, 80% of the world's oil reserves are in the hands of monarchs. They control the oil supply. People think we have a lot of oil in America. We don't. We have about 2% of the world's oil reserves. That's it. Yeah. So they really control the market no matter what anybody says. And so we have to, and then we protect it all for everybody. General Conway, former Commandant of the Marine Corps, said recently in an interview, he said, why do we protect the oil that flows from Iran to China? Mm-hmm. That's a really good question, but we do that. Mm-hmm. And we have to ask, do we still want to continue that into the future?
Yeah. I only have 20 seconds, but you feel Indiana is well positioned to participate with the Battery Innovation Center and all the history around electric vehicles.
We've got a great history about electric vehicles in the state of Indiana, and I want that to continue if at all possible. But I want to make sure that our state embraces it. And so I'm really trying to get the word out because there's a real national security argument here, and I hope people buy the book and understand it.
All right, Less Oil or More Caskets is the book. Greg Ballard, former Indianapolis mayor, will be going around the country with this message as well. And Greg, as always, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.